farmer, friend, singer-songwriter, Lyal Strickland.
And that's farmer, friend, and jack of all trades, Chris Horn.
And we're those Tastebudguys.
No, that is kind of different kind of robot.
You want to do the robot?
Yeah. So,
you know what we probably ought to do? We probably ought to put a little timer up there that we can hit a button on that actually counts down when hey, that's Lyal Strickland, that's Chris Horn.
oh yeah.
And that way we know when to say, hey guys, welcome back. Thanks for joining us one more time. I'm Chris, that's Lyal. And then it would work out really nice.
Yeah, we'd know what we were talking about before we started.
We wouldn't know what we was talking about. Even said, hey, maybe we should go read what this one actually was before we start recording, and we still didn't because we got sidetracked.
I mean, I started to.
But we didn't.
No, we didn't.
Should we?
No, I don't actually think so. I think that there's probably some story behind this, but I don't think it's that special of a story. I probably just super offended somebody there. I'm just saying, I bet they do this again. I bet there's a 101 limited
Maker's
release.
Mark 101.
See if you find anything I
All
didn't
right,
find.
you talk about that one. I'm going to see what the story behind it is.
I'll tell you what, it's another screw cap. The wax makes
Actually,
it...
I'm going to change it. Why is Maker's Mark 101 special?
Okay.
Oh, I put Soikua. It's not special. That's not anything that has to do with special.
This is not shaping up to be great.
No? Oh, no. Remember that and see what happens here. So I like regular Maker's Mark. I think it's fantastic.
I was talking about
It says it's bigger and bolder and more robust, and this is also how I describe cast strength in my initial. But I don't know who the hell this is. Somebody's talking about initial review.
Have you had Maker's Mark cast strength? Oh my
No,
God.
but I kind of like this.
Can't hardly say the name.
Okay, forget it. I don't care about that.
Right?
Anyways, yeah, if you guys want to know, that's a different review show. Just go check them out, and they'll tell you all there is to know about why 101 is 101, or you can just go to the website and check it out for yourself. We're just going to tell you how it tastes.
Now, this wasn't incredibly more expensive than the other one, right?
Actually, it was not. No, it was actually fairly competitively priced.
Like a marginal difference.
I want to say it was like $50, $55.
All right, so a little bit.
A little bit.
A good bit.
A little bit, but not insane. This is not like some super special cask. So this is the original if you want to take a sniff or a sip to figure your shit out. So the 101 compared to the Maker's Mark is a bit stronger. It just is like, it's more intense.
It's everything that this one should be.
Wait, stop back, roll back. Which one should be what?
The 101 is everything that the regular Maker's Mark should be for like a good, robust whiskey that you would drink neat and sip.
I think robust is the right word. So, where we talked about last week on the Maker's Mark, having that cherry note, having that vanilla note, having, what else was there? Leather note? The cherry note really pops out. And not so much as we're talking about like the Sonoma whiskeys. It's not that level of cherry note, but it's there. That vanilla also kind of rolls in there. There's a little bit, there's no dirtiness to it. I think that's what I really want to end up with. There's no dirtiness. Everything about this whiskey is super clean, super pure, super intentional, and blended.
It's got a nice pepper note to it, though, which the original Maker's Mark has as well. But where the original Maker's Mark kind of sort of this big pepper on the front and then it rolls off. This one, the 101.
Sorry, I've noticed in several episodes where I went, and it's really loud, so I thought I'd turn back over here and not do that. Anyways.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you.
This one holds all of the good flavors that this one does, but it holds them all the way through. It doesn't.
It's just exactly the same. It's just this one's more intense.
When it tapers off at the very end. And it doesn't leave much on the finish except for just sort of a dry aspect to it. It's not. It doesn't linger.
Have you tasted it?
Nice. Yes. Oh yeah.
It really is
I went
peppery.
Straight to tasting.
Peppery. It really is the right way. This is going to sound super weird. If you've ever been to like B-Dubs and you had their lemon pepper dry rub, the dry rub in particular, you don't want something that coats your mouth. You know how you get that dry seasoning, you bite into it and you're like, burst of flavor. Sip of beer, it's gone. That's kind of where this was. You got this burst of flavor. You've got this big, I think peppery is the right word, peppery note. There's something else going on there. It's not maybe it's the leather, maybe it's the tannins. I don't know. There's something else going on in there that kind of gives you this big burst. It's not too grainy, but then it's gone. That being said, I think I might kind of like the original better as far as drinking goes.
Really?
Now this one, I like the way the nose is. I like the way talking about it. I like everything about it.
Yeah.
But just on the first sip. Now I've only had one little sip of this very first time. But off my original blush, this first sip, I kind of like the way this one kind of holds its own and has this nice consistent flavor all the way through and gives you a little something. And this one kind of hits you and then goes away.
I think you should have a few more sips while I rethink my entire decision.
I'm going to have a few more sips, but don't let me sway you. I'm also, now that I've had another sip of it and thought about it, there's a vinegary note in this one too that I'm not terribly fond of. It's okay.
So I know where I stand on these two.
Higher proof. You always stand on higher proof.
I mean, I like a big
bold nobody had to click on the link to go, Lyal's going to like the one with the higher alcohol content.
It's robust. It stands up. I think that if you... What I mix with it, I don't know. Probably not for the price point. That's where I always go back to. I always get frustrated when it comes to cocktails, right? Because, like, if you got the money, blow it, right? Have a fantastic cocktail with a big, bold whiskey. But not everyone can do that.
I think that's where that one might be.
What? Cocktails?
Cocktails.
I mean, I think it'd make a phenomenal...
Or when I say cocktail, I also include... not neat. So pour it over ice, water back, whatever.
Rocks.
That's a cocktail, you know.
I do think this would make a phenomenal old fashioned.
Okay. So I want to be super clear. I like this. I think it's good. I think it is an incredibly more intense version of this.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, was I a distiller or a blender, I also would have landed on this as my primary product because it's so smooth, it's so right, it's so all around good.
Yeah.
Now, again, it's not unique, and normally I'm a sucker for unique, but at the end of the day, comparing these side by side, this is the one that I would pick up day after day after day to drink. This is one that's more of a special occasion, which maybe it's what it's supposed to be. But I don't think it's something I would want to pick up and always drink because there's some harshness there. There is some vinegary notes there. There is some intenseness there. And I'm going to, could. I'm going to try it with just a little dab of water in it just to see what happens.
I hear your vinegar notes in it.
Though I suspect you put water in, it's going to taste like original Maker's Mark.
That's probably true. I hear your vinegar remarks. I think you're not wrong. But I find the original to be like a lot of Kentucky Straight Bourbons in that like price and proof range.
No, the water broke the nose up, made it not smell. Oh, God, it smells like rock down.
I find this one to be fairly astringent. Where this one I find to be back to back. This one to be nice and oaky and woody. This is solidly up my alley, flavor-wise.
So this will hold up to rocks. This will be all right, but it doesn't improve it.
Doesn't?
I would not put that in there if I was here.
I'll just put it back.
Go ahead and try it. I don't think it did it any favors by putting a little bit of water in. I think it broke it up. It brought the grains out. It brought the mash bill out, but it didn't help it. Yes, no?
I think it hurt the nose.
Oh, I think it helped the nose. I think it hurt the flavor.
See, I'm almost completely opposite.
Interesting. Well, there you go. If you guys genuinely, genuinely, like what Lyal likes, then maybe 101 is worth a little extra dollars for you, and you've got your choice. If you are normally like, nah, Chris is more my flavor profile and drunk, then maybe you might want to just stick with the plain one, the cheap one, and take the low end cost bottle home.
Yeah. Either way, you're not going to go wrong.
No, we are splitting hairs. They're both very good.
Yeah. Either one's going to do you just fine. I would also say that neither one is anything insanely fancy to showcase or bring up. Just a good, solid bottle of whiskey.
You're not going to be unhappy if you bought either one of these. You should be proud. It should be a good bottle for you. You should be very happy with it. And I would not. How much real quick? Gotta be honest with you, I still like the marketing of the original one too. Both of them look great, but I all the way around, everything nose, taste, marketing, color. Well, the color is exactly the same. I'd take the original bottle.
Yeah, well, he's wrong. Until next time.
As it's been. Whether it is the whiskeys you're comparing.
Oh, the food you're eating.
Clothes you're wearing.
Or the people you're meeting, grab a buddy and try something new.
Or the same.